Bonjour à tous. Welcome aboard to our very special lessons about French politics, society, and culture. And so previously we have seen democracy, we have seen how to make people dare to speak. So we talk about freedom of speech. And then we have studied poll by which we can collect information about public opinion. And then we have also seen previously the election through which we can know how people think and how people react to politics. And we also seen how do we conduct scientific research in order to get some valuable and reliable, especially reliable figures. So in this session, we are going to study together how to collect, how to analyze opinion on internet. Because all of you are the so-called aborigines of internet, 网络原生族. So internet exists when you were born. So internet is something very natural for all of you. So it is important to know what people think, how people react through analyzing phenomenon happened on internet. So we will concentrate in this session about these opinions being expressed through internet. Recently, we talked about a new discipline, which is called social volume. But personally, I'm not very sure about this translation. Well, in Chinese, we talk about 网络声量. But until now, personally, I cannot get a more precise translation about 网络声量. All what I know at this moment is we call this phenomenon or this discipline social volume. And as everybody knows that we are in an age of information explosion. Every day we produce huge amounts of data. I remember when I was young, when we talk about the hard disk, we talk about megabytes. And then 10 years ago, we talk about gigabytes. But more recently, we talk about trillion bytes or something like that. So every day, we are producing more and more and more data through internet. And we call it big data because the data is so big that it is all the more important to know how can we process and proceed to analyzing those data that we collect from internet. Well, this Mr. Deng aerially say something very, very interesting in 2013 about big data. Well, he said that big data is like teenage sex. Everyone talks about it. Nobody really knows how to do it. But everyone thinks everyone else is doing it. So everyone claims that they are doing it. Well, I found this citation very, very interesting. But we also have to say that it was in 2013 because we are now already in 2021. So I think that the big data, this is your future. You young people, you're born with internet. Internet exists ever since when you were children. And so I think that the future for you is now to understand what happened on internet because big data is everywhere. So in this graphic, you can see that many new discipline or fields has been created. Big data goes into the cloud, augmented analytics, and so on. These terms appear every day in every article which talk about information analysis. And this is also a business. This is a very, very big business. Huge money are poured into this discipline, and this kind of information processing is gaining a very huge profit. So that's what I said, that this is your future. There is your money. There is your salary. Well, so data should be collected, organized, prepared, and analyzed, and finally, to be visualized. The final step is very essential. After these big data has been analyzed and visualized, and then they can help us make decision. So in this final graphic, you can see that data should be collected, they should be cleaned. We talk about cleansing of data. Data should be processing, transformed, and they are storage, they are put into file system. And then we proceed the step of data analysis. And then these data should be presented in a visualized way, to be reported to manager, to decision makers, and then people, when they read those visualized data, figures, or graphic, and then they can know what is happening and what to do about these data. So, as usual, these are the references that we used for this session. And until next session, hope you to stay tuned and see you next time. Au revoir, à la prochaine fois.